This is my Bibidi Boo deck. So 1 copy of the leader, 4 copy of Majin Buu Supreme Evil, 4 copies of Majin Buu Unparalleled, 4 copies of Majin Buu Hybrid, 4 copies of Majin Buu Steadfast, 4 copy of Hachi Hatred Everlasting, 4 copies of Turles the Unstoppable Ghost Warrior, 4 copies of Demonic Scream Majin Buu, 4 copies of Son Goku making an entrance, 4 copies of Destruction Champa, 4 copies of E Supreme Kai, 4 Senzu Beans, 4 Objections, and 2 copies of Demonic Absorption. Right off the bat, let's talk about the leader. When this card attacks, draw 1 card, then this card gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So it's a 15k on the front, and you get to draw a card. Too good. And then Awaken ability, when you have no cards in your hand, you may draw 3 cards, choose 2 cards from your life, add it to your hand, and then flip this card over. So you end up with 5 cards in your hands after you have no cards in your hands. When you flip over, you become Majin Buu 1 with nothingness. So the interesting thing on the front side, your Bibidi, Evil Wizard, Bibidi, and then when you awaken, you are Majin Buu. Alright, auto, if you have no cards in your hand, at the end of your turn, draw 5 cards. That's always good, right? And then active main, choose 1 card in your hand and place it in your drop area. Choose 1 of these abilities. First ability, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less and place it under this card. Instead of like the drop area or warp or something like that, where they could easily get it back through certain card effects, right? So put it under this card. And then the second ability you can use is this card gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. My own personal thought on the second part of it, of the active main ability, why wasn't it this card gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn for each card under this card? It's weird that you have an ability that puts your opponent's 3 or less battle cards under this card, but then this doesn't have an ability to gain some type of advantage for doing so. Just pointing that out. Pitching a card, I mean, it's important to note that pitching a card, not pitch a card, its active main is not once per turn. So granted, you can, like if you have 5 cards in your hands, well, let's say 10 cards, 10 5 times 10, 50,000. So you can give them 50,000 power, so you could be 65,000 swinging with, with that alone. The fact that you can, you can use this ability more than once, just like the idea of pitching a card to choose one of your opponent's battle cards, 3 or less, and then put it under this card. So if you have 5 cards in your hand, your opponent has 5 battle cards that are 3 or less, you can just pitch discard your whole hand, and then just grab all your opponent's battle cards and put it straight under this leader. So there's that. So it's very important to note that active main is not once per turn, because the idea is obviously for you to use up your hand. So the fact that you can discard 5 cards from your hand and instantly give this thing 25k power, it's really nice, which will make it a 40k on the awakened side, which ironically is double the power than the front side, right? No, front side's maximum is 15k. Anyway, so you play your hand, draw a new hand, play your hand, draw a new hand. That's the idea. Something you might notice is that a lot of these battle cards, especially a lot of the Buu cards, are all cost 5ks, because they want you to obviously combo with them and waste your hands real quick. Yes, in this build I'm not using any of the super combos, because I want to use obviously Champani Supreme Kai for their double strike, and they'll give me 10k for obviously paying 1 energy. So I get my 10ks from them plus double strike. This is a really good card. Personally, I consider this the super combo of the deck. So first, let's show Majin Buu Supreme Evil. He's the 6th drop, 20k of the deck. He has an active battle ability where you pay 3 energy, and again, not once per turn. So you can pay 3 energy to give this card 10,000 power and triple strike. So pay 3, he becomes 30k triple strike. But if you pay 6, he becomes 40k triple strike. If you pay 9, he becomes 50k triple strike. So that's important to note. And that's on top of if you combo cards from your hands, you can make them stronger than 50k triple strike, right? Obviously this will be a finisher. And then if for some reason your opponent is able to out combo all of that, and this card right here, Demonic Scream Majin Buu, just so happens to be the only card you currently have in your hand, then you can put this card under the Majin Buu Supreme Evil and stand it, put him back into active mode, which means you can swing again. And since his active battle ability gives him 10k power boost and triple strike for the duration turn, not the duration of battle, duration of the turn. If you made him 50k triple strike, he's still 50k triple strike. So you can swing again and try to hit your opponent with that 50k triple strike and finish them off. If first you don't succeed, try again. Another interesting thing is that this effect is not again, it's not you can only get the ability once per turn, because if you just so happen to draw another copy of this card after you already used it, and then somehow, if I'm right, this doesn't have a draw effect. It doesn't have a draw effect when you attack. It has a draw effect when you end your turn, but not when you attack. This front side does. This front side, you attack and you draw. So if you're still on the front side of the leader of your Bibidi, and you do this combo, so you can attack again, and then you attack with the leader, draw, and you just so happen to draw another copy of this, you can use this obviously on Majin again and untap them and attack. So you can potentially get 3 attacks if if things work out for you. So being on the front side is very, very beneficial, because you draw, you attack, you attack, you draw, you attack, you draw. So you're getting some card advantage, plus every time he attacks he's 15k. So that's something noteworthy. So you don't have to use you don't have to use too many cards from your hands. You could just keep plussing until you're ready to really go off. But you get the idea. Is that what's nice is that you get to choose when you want to awaken by literally using up your whole hand. So it's up to you what you do in order to awaken, then go off. He also has 2 permanents. First permanent is when this card cannot be removed from your battle area by your opponent's skills, so don't have to worry about card effects getting rid of him. He can, obviously relatively die by battle. Second permanent is when this card is in rest mode, your opponent cannot use non-leader card skills to add cards to their from their deck to the hand. So it'll prevent searching as long as this thing is in rest mode. So that's pretty good. Then we have Majin Buu Unparalleled and Majin Buu Hybrid. This one has double strike. This one has critical. They're both 25k, and they both have the same active main ability. If you have no cards in your hand, choose up to 1 black Majin Buu card in your drop area with an energy cost between 3 and 6, and play it on top of this card in active mode, which is very important. Because if I attack with Majin Buu Unparalleled, right, do my little double strike damage. The best case scenario is you want to go with a critical first, especially critical with Champa. So that way you do double crit, so your opponent doesn't plus from you attacking. Then use this one's ability to bring out this one, and then swing with this one for double strike. So that way you can deal your opponent 4 damage, but they only plus 2 cards from from this combo, from this play. Also has the ability that you can only play one copy of this card a turn. So if I play hybrid and then use his ability to bring out unparalleled, and I can't use unparalleled ability to bring out another hybrid because I already played a hybrid the turn. So you can only play one of these per turn based off of obviously their effects. This one here, however, doesn't have that restriction, so you can play as many copies of this as you can. If you can get multiple copies out into play, then you can attack multiple times. And then here's the 4-drop, which also has the same ability, and you can, and it's a dual attack, so it can attack twice, so that's pretty useful, especially if you have 2 energies available. You have like 2 Champas or something, and then you attack, double strike, attack again, double strike again, you know what I mean? So that's very useful. And he has the ability that he can get you any one of these 2 from the drop area into play. Don't know how Bandai wants to rule the whole between 3 and 6, which means to me only 4s and 5s, even though we do have a 6-drop. It's like hopefully this will let us bring out the 6-drop through this effect. That'd be pretty badass. It should, in my opinion. I hate the whole between things. Like, why can't it be 3 from 3 to 6, so that way I can bring out this one. This is a 3-drop Majin Buu. This this is a 6-drop, so 3, 6, right? Some 5s and 4s, but we'll see. We have Hachiyak, because he has a great drop area ability that you can pay 3 to bring him back by returning 3 black battle cards with energy cost of between 3 and 7. Put them on the bottom of your deck, or on the realm as I like to call it, and then you can bring this back from the drop area. But you can discard this card from your hand in order to mill the top 2 cards of your deck, so that way it can help you get these bad boys into the drop area. Well, mainly these 3, so that we can start bringing them back from the drop area. Because the way this works is that you bring them from the drop area. So this one, after you use you attack with it, you use its active main ability when you have no cards in your hand. Then you bring this one back, and then same thing. Then you bring this one. You get the idea. Then we have Turles, the Unstoppable Ghost Warrior. This will help you, as well as as the same way as Hachiyak. It will give you the ability to put cards back into Underrealm. Put cards on the bottom of your deck, to help you knock deck out, because you're going to be doing a lot of drawing. So being able to put these cards back in your deck and then draw them later, very useful effect. And he also has dual attack, so that's useful. He can make himself stronger by discarding a card once per turn, of course, but then of course you can use Champa with him and stuff like that, and be able to deal more damage. So being able to attack multiple times is always useful. 1-drop Son Goku making an entrance. 1-drop negate. You want to stay in the game longer. Senzu being an objection to help you ramp, so that we can get to 4 energy, 5 energy, faster, and definitely want to get to 6 energy. Especially get 6 energy to play him, and then 6 energy for his effect later on. And then we have 1 demonic absorption, just as a tech option, because of the fact that you can use it to get rid of a to warp one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier. So that's very useful to get rid of any problematic battle cards that have barrier. Get rid of it, you know, warp it, which is better than sending it to the drop. And you know, it's an extra combo, so it's an extra card that can be used to combo for 5k power. And that is the end of the video.